Whoa!
Welcome back, Fred Heads, to another unboxing from Abyss Asylum. We got something real special this time.
Yeah.
And this is actually technically part one of a two-parter. The part two coming hopefully soon.
Yeah, in a few weeks, maybe.
Hopefully, maybe 1 week, maybe a couple weeks.
Maybe.
We have here is another parcel from Abyss Asylum, but before we get into that, we have something real special to talk about. If you remember in the last unboxing we did of A Nightmare on Elm Street glove, we did the part 3 from Abyss Asylum.
Yep, this one.
And I brought up that he mentioned that there was something special about this particular package that flew completely over our heads.
And Danny, he did not give us any hint. He just said there was something extra special inside. But
yeah.
But it flew all over our shoulders, and I feel embarrassed.
And since then, after the video released, Danny found our videos and said that he broke it down for us. So the story about the part 3 here, what was special about it wasn't some extra bonus that he threw in, but rather something about the glove itself that was special. Namely,
the leather.
You see, the leather is of a higher quality than Danny usually buys for his gloves, and the reason for that is because you can see the difference, because the glove on this one, it's very thin, it's very loose.
Now,
here it's a lot thicker, a lot rougher.
Now, in our defense, we only bought the one glove from him, so we didn't know what the difference was between his gloves, if there were any.
Yeah. So the reason why the glove is of a higher quality this time is because technically
it was not meant for us.
This glove was going to someone else. At least the leather was going to someone else in a different build. He just took the leather after they canceled their order and built the template around his measurements. So the story was that someone got in contact with him about a part 3, but he wanted it to be super special. He wanted it to be as close to the original as possible. So Danny went out of his way to buy this extra expensive, high-quality leather for the glove.
You said he made some extra stitching
Yep.
to himself?
Yep.
Something that he has never done before.
Yeah. So the person that ordered the glove canceled on him and said that they'd prefer a part 1 instead of a part 3, mainly because it was the Elm Street 40th anniversary, and they felt that was more appropriate.
Yes.
Now, the interesting part
is the identity of this customer.
The customer in question, so the person that spoke with Danny was a representative of someone else, a very important someone else that without this individual, none of this would be possible. That's right, ladies and germs Fred heads across the world. This part 3 was going to Robert himself. We almost passed out, not gonna lie. Robert Englund almost got this glove, and
we looked it up, and it was all confirmed, and it makes sense because Danny, he temporarily took his Etsy shop down
for a small amount of time.
Yeah, and the moment it came back up, I got Kyle to order for this glove. And since I was maybe the first first customer when he got his Etsy shop back, he took this leather.
Which apparently you have the same hand size as Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Which I find crazy.
Yeah. So, makes me appreciate this glove even more.
Yeah, to know that the man himself almost had it.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that story out of the way, explaining what was so special about that part 3, on to the package. Now, I wonder if you could guess what it could be. Well, I'm stumped, so I don't know about you. So, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, just gonna hand you the knife here. Oh, wait. That's for something else. Here you go. It's locked. There we go. Can you feel the excitement swelling up again?
Yep, again. Yeah.
Oh man, there is no greater feeling than being an Elm Street fan and unboxing a, I don't think you got through the tape, then getting a custom glove made and finally getting the package. Like, there's no better rush of adrenaline than that. Excuse me.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and close that up for safety.
Yep. Right now.
And once again, Danny outdoes himself again with the protective packaging.
Multiple layers of newspaper.
Multiple layers of newspaper. Let's see what they got on discount over in old Canada. Oh, that's a real cheap coffee maker.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to examine the economy of Canada.
And once again, completely sealed in bubble wrap.
Yep, from top to bottom with newspaper. And I love how you can't even see the detail through the bubble wrap. The bubble wrap is sort of hiding it from you.
Yeah, giving it a much greater tease.
All right.
So close and getting it unwrapped.
Here she comes.
And here we
go.
Oh!
Look at that
shine!
That shine is crazy.
Oh, feel this.
Ooh!
Yeah.
The detail's all rough.
My gosh, this one is much smaller than these. And is it possible?
Does it fit as snug as it looks it feels?
Yes!
That is like a perfect fit.
This is a perfect fit for me. This is a perfect fit. Look at this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is Abyss Asylum, Danny's Part 4 Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Master Glove.
I like this stuff. I only had it for a few seconds, but this, this is just perfect. This is just amazing. It's just
look at that detail.
Just feel everything.
Yeah,
You do not
it's crazy. Like, first off, the gloss on here feels real smooth, but then you reach the details on the burns and the bubbled metal and the melted, corrupted metal, and it feels real rough and like almost like if you rub too hard, it'll start cutting into your finger.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I've noticed that I've been buying Danny's glove
in order,
in movie row.
Right. In theatrical order.
Yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna buy the Part 5 glove because it's not.
All it is basically the Part 4, but with a copper finish rather than like reddish and black colors. Basically, what I'm getting at is that the Part 5 glove walks so the Freddy's Dead glove could run.
This is so good. I'm in love.
Let's hear that sound one more time. Oh yeah. Listen to that sound.
Oh yeah. So good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the examination table? Get a proper look at this baby?
Of course.
Alright, here we are at the examination table so we can get a finer look at the details here. First off, I noticed one thing. One thing that is true throughout all Part 4s that I've seen, even the Trick or Treat Studios one. You got the little red ball at the end of your little pull string there.
Oh yeah.
That's just something I noticed, but let's get into the finer details here. First off, let's talk about the biggest hunk of detail here, that back plate. Look at that thing. The chipped paint, the bubbled up metal from the heat.
Yep, and
it has texture. It has texture, like we said before, and it feels crazy.
Yeah.
Like it feels like if you really grinded your hand on there, it'd start like shredding skin.
I think what Danny used is melted metal and just let it drip down. Or that's just my guess.
Yeah. Usually what I think the process usually is they melt down some metal and they just tip, you know, just like sort of dab it into the proper shapes.
Yeah.
We don't build gloves, so we don't really know the process. That's just what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I just realized there's a dead spider sitting right up there. Look at that.
Oh dear.
Poor little bastard. Anyway, so let's move on to the part that, in my opinion, because Part 4 is my favorite nightmare, the blades. The blades are usually something real special when it comes to four, because it's so the first glove had very curved blades. The third one had very rounded blades. This one is more like a straight razor. The blades are very straight, barely any curve to them. And I feel like, for some reason, it's satisfying to me to see the blades on a Part 4, you know?
The burns from the torch?
From soldering the blades on.
Yeah, and also the coloring on each fingertip.
Oh yeah,
on each of the fingers.
Looks like real splatters of blacks and purples and reds.
Yeah, I did not notice when I was unboxing it, but yeah.
If you look, even on the ends of the blades, there's like splatters of rust-colored paint. You know?
Yeah, very good.
Now, before anyone says anything, it's like, oh, it's painted. The Part 4 was painted. There was no like soldering trick they used or welding trick they used. They just painted it the colors that it was for the movie.
Yeah, they did it with most of the gloves they made in the franchise.
Now for the comparison, which I feel like there's only one thing to do. To compare the homebrew to the manufactured. So over here we have Danny's, and over here we have the Trick or Treat Studio Part 4. So this is mine. If you've remember my review of mine from like, what was it, 3-4 years back almost?
I think 2 years.
It feels weird that it's been that long, but I was gushing over this despite the lack of detail, which you can, side by side, you can see.
Yeah, well, it was metal, so he didn't care.
I really didn't. It also doesn't help that it's the first metal glove I've gotten in like 10 years. So first off, the detail on my Trick or Treat Studio. First off, the pull string is
way longer.
Oddly long. Look at that. Anyway, the detail on the Trick or Treat Studios one, it's kind of a small change, but I guess you could say I modified it. I scraped off the paint from the detailed like metal splotches on the fingers, because the paint was covering up that detail and it looked like it's just a black Freddy glove. This is what happens when you make something with heart and you make something for profit. Now listen, I'm a Trick or Treat Studios fanboy. I like Trick or Treat Studios stuff, as you can tell by the masks that I have around here and the fact that I bought this and the chainsaw just a couple weeks ago. This, I'm saying this now, if you're thinking about getting one of these, this is only like $50 more. Literally about $50 more than this. About.
So yeah, if you want to save, the money shows.
The money does show.
The money shows of how you're spending it.
Yeah. If you want to spend less money, you're going to get something that looks like it costs less money. If you want something that's worth the money, well, I mean, just see for yourself.
So here we have the leathers. Little similar, little smaller, but it is a size medium, so.
Yeah, so another thing about the Part 4 is that the slits for the fingers were a lot smaller than the usual slits that you'd see on the gloves. And for some reason, okay, so this is like an odd thing that I noticed. As the movies go on, the slits on the fingers just seem to get smaller and smaller. You also have a little bit of burn detail on the glove as well. Some grime, some gross detail. I still can't get over these blades. These blades are so good. I feel like these are the sharpest blades we've gotten so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that. Don't know if the camera can see, but got a little poke hole right here in my finger.
Yeah, it actually like kind of penetrated the skin slightly. That's great.
Yeah, if you're gonna pose,
that's quality.
If you're gonna pose for this, keep it away from your eyes.
Basically, stay safe with your metal stabby glove. So there you have it, folks. Another satisfying purchase from Abyss Asylum Studios. Again, link in the description down below. Check out his Etsy shop. As you can see, the guy does not miss in terms of quality.
He does not disappoint.
No, the quality of his work is astounding. And don't think he only does gloves. He does masks too. He does scream masks, he does ceramics. Right now on sale, I just saw this, he just posted this. He has a Freddy versus Jason display. That's Freddy's glove over the versus hockey mask.
Yeah, I've seen that. It was good.
Oh yeah. He also does like ceramic work, like if you want a little Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors or a Jason Voorhees bust, he does work in that as well. So the gloves, I think, is what he excels at, but just know that you have options outside of gloves when it comes to Abyss Asylum.
I recommend getting the Terrifier mask. I saw it, and in my opinion, it's better than a latex Terrifier mask.
Ooh. So yeah, there we have it. How are you feeling? Other than the glove being an absolute perfect snug fit.
Very comfortable, very good at details. Doesn't slip when I just lift.
Articulation looks clean.
Yep. Can move my fingers very easily. If you're worried that the glove might not fit you, then we'll get your size.
Like we stated when we opened the original glove like a few months back, Danny sends you a size chart and basically teaches you how to measure your hand so that he knows what size of glove to get, and also what size of hand he has to work with.
So you don't have to worry about that. Unlike Trick or Treat Studios, which is
basically one size fits mostly large-handed individuals like myself.
Yeah.
The man asks all sorts of questions. He asks you what kind of details you want on it, how you want it done.
Yeah, he makes sure that you're not disappointed. Yeah. He makes it under your conditions.
Oh my god. You can smell it. I can smell it from here.
I can smell the paint.
I can smell the paint, I can smell the gloss, I can smell the finish. That is magic.
Oh yeah.
That is magic. That is the smell of a handcrafted piece of art.
Yeah, it's just straight out of the box.
Yeah. It's filling up the room actually, that's crazy.
And for our next video, here's a funny story. Originally, I wanted to get Danny's Versus glove, but they weren't on sale by the time I made this purchase.
Then we bought something else for a future video, and guess what went on sale?
Yeah.
So next video, we have another special package coming in. Again, won't be for a couple weeks, hopefully. But we're gonna give Danny a little break to work on other orders. So we're gonna meet up with a old friend of mine. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen.